After the success of our first patrol, there is no time to rest. New orders arrive almost immediately. A Soviet surface action group is moving out of Murmansk, and we are being sent to stop it before it can reach the Atlantic. Hello everyone, this is Ghost Lucius and this is mission number 2 of the Cold Water campaign. This time the target is not a submarine, this time we are hunting warships. Alright, new orders. A Soviet surface battle group left Murmansk is trying to break into the North Atlantic through the Iceland-UK Gap. Intel further believes the group include one or more Sverdlov gun cruisers. Okay, let's check our weapons. And let's arm torpedoes. I think it's better to rearm and repair first, because we used a lot of torpedo in the previous mission. Let's load some moss. One on the tube, and let's rearm our torpedoes. One more moss, yes. And I think we are ready to go. There they are. Perfect. We intercepted them while we were still stationary. Okay, let's check again our weapons. And let's go.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 108, designated Sierra 1. Con sonar, new contact bearing 116, designated Sierra 2.
These are surface contact.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 107, designated Sierra 3.
Dive. Let's go below the thermal layer.
Make depth 200 feet, dive I.
250.
Make depth 250 feet, dive I.
Let's identify Sierra 3. Alright, definitely a ship. The briefing mentioned as Sverdlov, so
sonar,
that may
Sierra
be your
3
main
is
target.
classified as capital
Let's look
ship.
at the others. The other one should be an escort. It's not a Cresta. It's looked more like a, okay, it's a
Con
cannon.
sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as escort.
So that'll give us one escort, and there should be at least one more, maybe a Krivak.
Rig shift for ultra quiet.
The solution is at 42%. Alright, let's move toward course 183.
Come right to 183, helm I.
If I get this wrong, the escort are going to be all over me very quickly. But the real target here is the Sverdlov. That is the ship I want.
Con, dive at 250 feet, dive I.
Con, helm, steady course.
Sierra 2 is a lot closer than she looks on the plot. "51%. I can build that up a little more and maybe I get a torpedo shot." "54%. For a second, I thought I was moving in parallel with them, maybe even getting in behind the formation, which would have been perfect. No, I had that backwards. They are coming much more toward me than I wanted. They are coming much more toward me than I wanted. So I'm going to turn away and let them pass, because I already have a decent solution on the Sverdlov.
Helm I.
And one of those escort really does look like a Krivak. Probably a Krivak 1 or 2. The other is a cannon. So this is probably the Sverdlov with 2 escort. One is a frigate and the other is a destroyer.
Con sonar, Sierra
If
2
I
is
can hold
classified
this
as
course,
escort.
I should be able to get a shot. So what I have to do now is try to
Come left 2.
turning away
037
and letting them pass,
helm I.
because by now I have a decent solution on the Sverdlov. They are making 12 knots and the range is about 21,000 yards. This is workable, but it's still a little too close for comfort with this active sonar out there sweeping the water. This is a game of patience and waiting, a lot of waiting.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing
Okay,
1,
Sierra
2,
2.
8, contact faded.
Con, helm,
I lost
steady
contact
course.
with Sierra 2. Currently, I am in a zone just below the thermal layer that it's called the shadow zone. And inside the shadow zone, they should have a hard time hearing me. But in this mission, The thermal layer is weak. Not weak enough to ignore, but not strong enough to trust too much either. Now I need the right moment to strike without letting the escort get too close too early. The cannon should be carrying the bullnose sonar. If I remember correctly, that set has an effective range around 60,000 yards. We are much farther out than that. Around 60,000 yards. So the cannon should not be hearing us with active sonar at this distance.
Helm I.
And the number suggests the GIUK is not hearing us either. The formation is still moving cleanly. That means I can keep working into position. No one is hearing us. And this is exactly what I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to shoot my torpedo, but I'm not going to shoot right at them.
Steady course.
I'm going to shoot just behind them and then turn the torpedo toward them.
Aye, sir. Con, fire
Torpedo
control,
1
unable to fire.
out, torpedo 2 out,
Shoot
torpedo
2-2.
3.
Aye, sir. Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Better to be safe. And I also I shoot my Moss.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
The Moss is a countermeasure. It appears to the enemy like a submarine. I hope to draw their fire. Now I'm going down to 1,000 feet.
Make depth 1,000 feet. Dive aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Okay, active sonar again. Now we have just to wait.
Con, fire control, we've
We lost a wire, so I need to reload one of the torpedoes. Now I'm going to move the first torpedo toward the cannon, and the other one,
shoot 2-4. Aye,
and
sir.
the other two to the Sverdlov.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Okay, now that we have reached the 800 feet, I can go at
Make
10
turns
knots.
for 10
I
knots.
can
Maneuvering
speed
aye.
up a bit.
Con, maneuvering. Make come right to.
Okay,
090.
torpedo in
Helm
the water. I think they heard us finally. but they shoot it in the wrong direction. Another torpedo, so they think we are between them. So our presence is not a secret anymore. I'll turn on my active sonar in the torpedo to help the torpedo to acquire a better solution. And the Svedrov is escaping. So maybe I need to turn on the other one. And now I turn on the other torpedo for the Sverdlov, and the other torpedoes, just to be sure, torpedo 4 will go just behind torpedo 3. If torpedo 3 fails, torpedo 4 will take the charge to destruct our target. The torpedo 1 almost reached the cannon. Okay. They launched at least 5 torpedoes, but they don't really know where I am.
Con sonar, noisemaker,
A noisemaker.
bearing 179.
I don't think the noisemaker is going to save her. But I can maneuver because the torpedo is still linked to us with the wire.
Con, fire control, weapon
Okay, torpedo have just acquired the target, but the noisemaker is confusing our torpedo.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 181.
The cannon launch another countermeasure.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
It will be very funny if they are being destroyed by one of their torpedoes.
Con,
Okay,
fire
weapon
control,
acquired.
weapon acquired.
Now it's just a matter of time if they don't launch another countermeasure, and I hope not. Let's see our torpedoes. It's near. Okay, no.
Noisemaker,
It's
bearing
not. Another
180.
countermeasure. I have to turn my torpedo again.
Con,
Maybe.
fire control,
Okay.
weapon
Con
Oi!
contact, Sierra 1, last bearing 179.
One down. The
Contact
cannon is
breaking up.
sinking. I need to reload again. Sverdlov, it's going full speed. My torpedo is reloading. I can direct my torpedo toward Krivak. I know her last position, so
Con, torpedo room,
maybe
2-1 ready.
I can hear her.
Make turns for 5 knots.
I think
Maneuvering eye.
I'm going to use the harpoon for destroy the Krivak. So I'm reloading the harpoon, and I'll set the scope depth.
Con,
Make depth 4, 5 feet, dive high.
Con, fire control.
Okay,
with
now
one
we
wire.
are coming up to 45 feet. That is the periscope depth. Because you need to be near the surface to launch the harpoon.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 177.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired. Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready. Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
And we lost the wire again. So we lost the torpedo directed to the Sverdlov. I hope he can still hit the target, but I'm not sure, so I need to reload another torpedo and then attack the Sverdlov again. She is trying very hard to escape us.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Harpoons 2 is reloaded, and now Harpoons 3. I really think that Sverdlov escaped me. I can still hear the active sonar.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Maybe after I destroyed the Krivak, I can launch another salvo of Harpoon toward the Sverdlov.
Con sonar lost
We hit-
contact. Sierra
we hit
3,
Sverdlov.
last bearing 1.
Our
3,
torpedo
contact
hit the
breaking up.
Sverdlov.
Con,
Now
torpedo
I will
room,
launch
tube
our
4
3 Harpoon.
ready.
Harpoon 1 out, Harpoon 2 out,
2-3. Aye, sir.
Harpoon 3 out.
2. Aye, sir.
Our torpedo definitely lost the Krivak, so I hope the Harpoon will do their job.
Make depth 300 feet, dive by.
She is turning. Where are my Harpoon? Come on. Come on, Harpoon.
Con sonar
We
lost
hit the
contact.
Krivak!
Sierra 2,
Again!
last bearing 186. Contact breaking up.
Head again. So all 3 Harpoon hit the Krivak. And she's sinking. Our mission is a success. We sink the Krivak, the cannon, and the Sverdlov. And we broke up the Soviet surface group. Time to withdraw and go to the debriefing. The target group has been destroyed, the mission is complete, and the NATO force fighting in Europe are receiving their supplies and their reinforcement. And with that final headline, this is Ghost Lucius. I wanna thank you, all of you, for watching, and I see you in the next mission. Bye.